It's week 12 of the NFL, and we've got Desmond Ridder. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Falcons and the Buccaneers under the lights.
It's Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we march to the finish of week 12 with a strong Monday night. Taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. Ridder will set up to throw it. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Ridder with it after the play fake. And that is incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they saw some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
The numbers for White a week ago, 24 carries, 89 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Back to throw. Ziegler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Second and a couple. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. Looking to throw. Ziegler eluding the... And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a second and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Now they run the option on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Ritter to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL are saying, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from it. From the 46, here's second down and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. On second down, they'll run with White. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to stretch out their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turn to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ritter now. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get this down inside the 35. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers 29-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the one there. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Ritter. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offensive need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. He'll try again. And this time he is in for a Falcon touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. He'll decide to keep this once more. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
First down, here's White. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Buccaneers.
They give to White on the option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Read option. This is White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
24-yard line. yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Opting to run again here with White. There's a nice move. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Ziegler. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. One of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd down and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Ziegler setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Ziegler toward the pylon, caught. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Ritter to throw on first down. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back, quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. Ritter on 1st and 10. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And complete to Drake London. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by London. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And his kick here is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. Kenneth Walker, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. 21-12, your final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was a solid first half for the running back, Rachaad White. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
The 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, 1 second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Falcon football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Second down and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third down and 9.
Ritter back to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
For the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Read option. This is Gibbs. Sheds off the tackle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They give to White on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. He's going to keep this again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 27.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
They stay on the ground with White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. Second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
And off now to Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Buccaneers.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On a handoff, it's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
An extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Ritter. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Ritter from the gun. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. They'll open man Hamler, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Open man is Duvernay. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Ritter will set up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Quick slant to Hamler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
At the 10-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
2nd and a yard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ziegler. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bucs' 47-yard line.
Ritter to throw it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Number 39. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down.
Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Throwing to start the drive. Ziegler. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now a give to White.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ziegler.
Completes this one to Thornton.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away. Here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They defer to White out of the shotgun.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ritter now.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd and 1 at the Buccaneers' 48-yard line.
Going play action. Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he'll get this down to the 41.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air again. It's Ritter. This pass caught by Hamler.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
1st down. Here's Ritter. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
Into this football game. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd down and goal coming up here. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They get all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down, they'll run with White. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
So now Ritter and the Falcons
down by 6. A minute 36 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Ritter. That's caught by Pitts.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now Ritter. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Ritter.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Ritter. He's got Hamlin. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. But this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
A final shot now for Ritter. This ball intercepted. picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over, but sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and came through with the interception.
So for the Bucs, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.